Hey guys, what's up? It's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review Sekkou Boys Episode 8. So, Episode 8 of Sekkou Boys was basically, they gotta go to do a live show on TV called M Studio, I think is what it was called. And so, they were all kind of being lazy about it, like, oh, you know, we'll be fine, we won't have to practice, whatever, just let's go. And so, they go, and when they get on the stage, first up is the idol girl, Mira, whatever her name is, and they're just like, oh, so what's your, the talk show people are like, oh, so what's your outfit inspired by? And she's like, oh, moths and blah 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 blah, and they're like, oh, so does your song have to do with moths? And she's like, oh no, the song has nothing to do with moths, and everybody was like, kawaii, and I'm just like, this is probably how this works in Japan, is how these TV shows work that have idols come on them. So then they went over to another idol group named Sanju something 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 something. It was some like Buddhist statue, not a Buddhist statue, but something like that, you know? And I don't know much about it, so I was just like, okay. And there was like 1,000 of them. It's just like and they all looked the same. They were all gold too. And they all had full bodies and everything instead of like the Sekkou Boys who were just like, you know, the upper body. And they kept talking and like they're like, oh, the Sekkou Boys need to go, like the Sekkou Boys are back there talking like, hey, it's our turn, you know. And they kept taking up the time and they kept talking, and then one of them, Saint I think, was like, hey, by the way, you know, get time, you know, gotta get time for y'all to sing, you know, and stuff like that. And they're like, oh, okay. And then they all apparently sang a solo song for each one of those like gold idol things, and it was just like, the Sekkou Boys aren't gonna get to perform, are they? And through all this, their manager, the Sekkou Boys manager, was like, you know, having all her moments. And so they finally get to go on stage, and like they finally get to go up there to the talk show people, and they're like, oh, okay, so here's the Sekkou Boys. And then they're like, hi, we're the Sekkou Boys, because I heard them say Desu, whatever. And they're like, alright, so you can go perform. And they're like, what? No questions? Okay. And then the manager rolls them onto the stage, and they start to, they're like, hi, we're the Sekkou, or they're like, 1, 2, ready, go, or something. But then the episode cut off and the ending song started playing. I'm like, oh, I guess that means they never got to perform their song on live TV. And the manager at the beginning part of the episode, she was kind of like, Mom, Dad, look, I'm on M Studio. And it was just funny. I was just like, oh my goodness. But yeah, this was this week's episode of Sekkou Boys. Sorry this came out late. Again, family is visiting, but I do plan to have my Durara review up today, hopefully by 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit after, but you should see it tonight, okay? So I see you guys in my Durara Ketsu review much later today. I will see you then, okay? Bye!